So now I'm set, and I just take all, and the cool thing too, all of these wires come with it. It comes with every single thing you need. So I would just plug this in to the, it says phone right on it. It's very clear here on the side. You can see it says phone, and then there's a headphone jack area. So I just put this in phone, and then this in, and I put it in backwards. I would want to flip it so that my audio is on this side, which is not a big deal. Plug it in, and you're ready to go. It's got two microphones here on top. Now, one thing that's really cool, a lot of times when Lurie and I are shooting something, you know, she'll be in front and I'll be behind, and when you've got a microphone facing forward, you don't really hear the person behind as clearly. So with this, it's cool because I can flip this back like this, and then you're gonna hear me and you're gonna hear her, no matter which orientation I use, if I flip it around or whatever. So if you wanna see me and I'm talking and I wanna flip it around and talk, I still got a mic facing me and there's still one facing her. And that's great to have in some situations, because a lot of times you'll hear the person behind the camera, but it's not as good audio, it's not clear, and kind of faint. So, but one thing I found as a challenge is when you're using this thing, my eyes always want to look at it rather than where you should be looking, which is the camera. So when you're doing a video, make sure you put your eyes here on the camera so that it looks like, because right now it looks like I'm talking directly to you. But if I'm looking at that, because that's where my eyes are drawn, it's obvious that I'm looking not at you. So keep that in mind. Okay, so another cool thing about this is it does have the 48 volts, so you can actually use a mic that needs ghost or phantom power, which is really nice. And then this is cool too. So I have XLR mics. We have a boom mic that's XLR, and there's times when we're going to want to use the boom mic or the XLR mic. So I can simply just unplug these, and then I take this little mount here, and I don't have anything to mount this to the top of the camera right now, but I would just plug this XLR into the back into the microphone, and then this little XLR jack goes right in the side of here, like so. And then if I had my mount, I would just mount my boom mic right here, and boom, I've got a microphone. Well, our Rode NTG 4 Plus would go up here. Or if we're wanting, we can use our lapel mics on this as well, because our lapel mics are 1/8" jacks, which is this. So I would just hook our lapel mic up here, plug it into the audio source, and we've got the lapel mics. And if you haven't seen the review I did on all the mics, make sure you check that out, because that will show you the quality of the different mics. And every single mic that I reviewed in that video that I talked about, you can use with this device. So I'm telling you, this thing is awesome. So one thing too that's a challenge when you're doing audio is hearing what you're recording. And this thing has a headphone jack that you can monitor. So I can put in my headphones, and then when I turn it on, let me put in these mics so you can see the levels. So I can see my levels there, and I can see that's pretty high. So I can just turn this volume down and adjust my levels until I get to where I'm going about 0. You want to aim for 0 to be slightly under it. So if you can see, if I put it here in front of me, you can see where the meter's going. You want to get that around 0. It does take a 9-volt battery, which I didn't even realize things still use, but that's fine. Another thing, if you are using another mic, okay, and you don't have a place to put, so I could actually take and mount one of these. These are, you can get these on Amazon for, I don't know, they're not that expensive, but I don't have a lot of spaces to mount. So I could put a light up here, but then I'm wasting a space, and I don't have a mic plugged into here. So unless I was using a lavalier that I mounted down here or something, that wouldn't work. So what I would do is take one of these arms. I would mount the boom mic up here, because you cannot mount a microphone up on top with these, or I mean a light with these mics, because it hits. Now if you got an extension, you could lift that up and put something in there, but the way it is there, you couldn't put a light in with the mics on. So if I mounted my lapel mic down here, so I took and screwed this into the back here, and these things, like I said, they're not very expensive. Get them on Amazon. I think they're called,
We'll link to it below.
yeah, we'll link to it. I can't remember what they're called. But they're kind of cool, because like, see how tight it is? If I loosen it, I can actually maneuver this thing to sit however I want it to sit. So I could put it, you know, like out here, like this, and tighten this up with it straight out. And then I could, if I need another piece, but take this off and put this on here. And then I have a light. So, I mean, and I can move it around wherever I need it. I could actually put another one on this side and have two lights.